Okay, let me tell you guys a little bit about my experience. Day 2 of Assassin's Creed Shadows, I haven't really ran into any like intrusive DEI or woke agenda in quotations. I haven't ran into any of that. Everything seems really well placed. I really like the little child story. I've actually, believe it or not, feel a little bit something in my heart. Yes, I have one of those. I feel a little bit in my heart something sometimes when I like get to interact with the little kid. It's pretty nice. Maybe it's time for me to have kids. I don't know. Maybe something's telling me. I feel like a straight up badass as Yasuke. I feel amazing when I'm playing the game with him. It's actually kind of refreshing. It's a little bit more of a struggle trying to stab somebody like 20 times before they die with my homegirl, with the assassin, whatever her name is, Naoi. It's a little bit more work, while Yasuke just feels like a powerhouse. And I really like that dynamic of like being an agile, fast, stealthy girl, and then being a badass, strong, tall guy. I don't know. I like the duality. It feels good. And the way it's sort of incorporated and giving me the option to tackle certain quests and stories as Yasuke or as the stealth, I kind of like that. I haven't felt the need. I haven't felt like something is being imposed on me. Maybe a little bit through the beginning of the game, where you're given a taste of Yasuke at the beginning, and then later on you are given, and then the story goes on the girl's perspective for quite a while before you run into Yasuke again. But once you unlock him, you have the option to do quests on both. Some of the negative takeaways from it so far is the voice acting is horrendous in English. This like broken Japanese English.
Come closer.
It's neither here or there. Like some of the voice actors are trying their best to deliver something good. It's not working out most of the time. It's really kind of grueling to listen to a lot of the NPCs. Graphics are probably the best looking graphics since Indiana Jones that I played in a very long time or ever. What else can I say positive and negative? There's a little bit of jank with parkouring. It does definitely, I think Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 probably feel a lot better and faster when it comes to parkouring. This game slows parkouring down a little bit. You don't seem like you're jumping off this wall, off of this wall, double jumping here, doing this, doing that, assassinate. It doesn't feel fast like, well, the older Assassin's Creed. I can't speak too much of Valhalla or Odyssey because I didn't really play them or even seen footage of them, so I can't talk about those, but I'm only reminiscent of Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, or in 3, and maybe I'm poorly remembering them. But it definitely, I feel like it felt faster back then. Parkouring feels slower and slightly jankier. And I cannot imagine anybody playing this on keyboard and mouse. That would feel like 20 times worse. I play on the controller, so my experience isn't as bad.
Yes, and yes, also yes.
And what else? Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I ran into one bug so far where I'm fighting one of these like mini quest bosses, and he kind of just stands there like not doing anything. But it's a bug that I haven't really ran into again, and it didn't really matter because it's just one of those trivial bosses anyways. It's not like a part of the main story. Could the main story bosses bug out? Maybe, sure, but it hasn't happened to me. My experience has been flawless in the optimization department. Steady frames per second. I don't think I have any frame drops that I've noticed. So that's pretty good. In today's time, finding a game that is well optimized is a little bit harder. You only get this sort of well optimization from games like Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, and just to name a few. I'm not comparing Assassin's Creed Shadows to those games. I'm just saying that it's definitely not as bad as the whole negative press is getting right now. Which I am going to talk about maybe just for like a minute or two. Again, I don't feel like none of the characters are thrown in your face and all intrusive. The writing and maybe the writing in the game isn't as great as maybe those other games that I mentioned. But it's definitely not unbearable. I'm still having plenty of fun because the combat is great and the environments are really well done, that I can overlook the writing. Presentations on cutscenes are very, very good, well done. In the earlier portion of the game, I said this game reminded me of a Kill Bill, because I do think that they've drawn a lot of inspiration by some of the creative cinematography that Kill Bill has. It's pretty much there. You could tell that there's some influences there, especially with going with the black and white with a splash of red blood and some of these moments. I can definitely see influence of like some of that Kill Bill stuff. If anything I can say is that I am currently at a 9 out of 10 for the game. I do think it's going to be a little bit lower. I'm already starting to feel it drag a little bit. But I think that's the case. I think that's a me problem because it's an open world game and I get distracted with doing on this side mission. There's a lot of side stuff you can do. Like if you're a person that just likes to get lost in the universe, the beautiful universe, and with the graphics, you're going to really get lost in this one. There is a lot of things you can do on the side, dungeons and caves you can enter. There is like quests that you can take on from the side. There's like a lot of this, like bandits you can go and kill around in town. And then your housing system, there is a lot of side stuff. I hear that it's been reported that the game is around 100 hours full completion, which, to be quite honest with you, if the game is at like a $60 to $70 price tag, $100 hours for a full completion or more, that's kind of juicy. That's kind of good. Do I think I've paid my $60, $70 yet and gotten my refund and investment so far? Not yet, but I do think that I'm not even halfway done to the game yet. I do think I will get there to that at that point. I know that there's a bunch of like posts on like Reddit, Twitter, all the social medias where they like to people just spew stuff. There's a lot of posts that have like these non-binary, well, going back to the whole woke thing that I didn't really talk about. There's like a non-binary love scene with Isuke or whatever, and I haven't really ran into that yet. I have ran into an option, a love story option with the girl. And it was the very first one that I encountered, which was a girl with a guy. Again, I feel stupid that I even have to bring that up. Like it's important. I don't know why it's important for people, but just because this is a conversation piece that people are talking about, I don't think the first interaction that I had with a love option was even bad. It was, I think, integrated perfectly into the game. I obviously said no to the guy because I'm trying to get my, my little lesbian fix on in a fictional game. So I'm gonna pursue that and see what happens. If I find a girl that would want to romance with me, that would be awesome. But yeah, I haven't really ran into any of that. Maybe it gets a lot worse in the future. So I'm not saying that there isn't any of that, but I haven't had it yet. Maybe it's at the later parts of the game. But yeah, that is my review so far of Assassin's Creed. 9 out of 10. I'm not all the way done yet. I'll do a second part of this video when I'm almost done with the game. And yeah, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hey, I kind of need a little bit of help. How about you help me out? Hit that follow, subscription button, all the good stuff. Yeah, comment and like, possibly, maybe. Please.